easy. Easy way. facilement, بسهولة. Talk, read, write in English. Parle, lire et écrire en anglais. تحدث واقرأ واكتب بالإنجليزية. So fast, si rapidement. وبسرعة. Learn with Gigi is the best way to learn. So, be with us and subscribe.
Hello everyone, I hope that you are doing well wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video. So for this third lesson with B2 grammar, we'll have the first and second condition. In this lesson, as the previous lessons, I will show the teachers who will teach this lesson how to give a warm-up and games, and for the students I will explain the lesson. As you know, the first and second condition, before we talk about the first and the second, let me just remind you with the zero condition that we know that the zero condition is the present F plus present simple, and we talk when we use it when we are talking about a truth, a real fact that's never changed. For the first and second condition, let's discover together. Now for the teachers, or if you want to give this lesson for your friends or your student, so you will just start with a warm-up. A warm-up may take around 5 to 7 minutes. It depends on your students. So for the first one, would you like to live on another planet? Why and why not? You will just make the lesson and you start the lesson. So we'll talk about the topic planets, and you will ask the students if they want to live in another planet, if yes, why, if no, why, and so on. And which planet do you think it's suitable? You just make small discussion with your student to open the topic or to open the lesson. And over here, you will just make maybe a quick game. For example, you will split class into groups. You give them 2 minutes to list as many challenges as possible about living on another planet. For example, what's the challenges that you will face if we moved from the earth? So it depends. It's how you start your lesson. It depends on your students' capacities and motivation as well. It's very important. So now let's move to the lesson. Now, when we talk about first conditional, you know, and the form of it's F, present simple, and will plus the base verb. So over here, we will talk about F, present simple, plus future. So, and the base verb, verb 1. When do we use it? We use it for real or possible situation in the future. Just let me talk about the condition. When we have a condition, we use conditional sentence, right? And this is F is the tool, the conditional tool. This will and the base verb is the result, and this is the sentence, the conditional sentence, and this is the result of the condition, okay? So we have the form, use it for real or possible situation in the future. So if you use the first condition, okay, it means it's possible to happen. Something possibly to happen in the future. Why do we say it? Because we use the future. We know that when we use the form of will, it means we are talking about something possible to happen in the future. So let me move to some examples. Over here, we have if we find water on Mars, we will build a colony there. So just let me show you that there is a sentence, conditional sentence over here, the tool, if is the tool, conditional tool, and we find water on Mars. This is the conditional sentence, and after that, this is the result. The sentence I read is the result, So here what they said, if we find water on Mars, so we will build a colony there. This is a possibility. Maybe it will happen in the future. If astronauts don't wear spacesuits, they will die. Okay, this is probability, possibility to happen. So this is the sentence, this is the results. Now we have the if tool, okay, the conditional tool over here in the middle. So the result is in the first, as you can see, you will feel lighter if you live on the moon. We can just make it, if you live on the moon, you will feel lighter. So over here we can make if in the middle. If we make if in the middle, it always follow if plus the present, and the other the result sentence it will be in the future. Is it okay? Now, just let me move to the second condition if we finish the first one. So the second condition over here in aerial imagery, present or future, something maybe imaginary situation. We are talking about something not to happen, but it's an imagination or hypothetical things that it's not real. So a form if plus the past simple, look at this, past simple, and the result one would plus the base verb is verb 1. So what we said, we use it for hypothetical or imaginary situations. So the second one is for imaginary, for hypothetical situations and so on. Let's explore the examples together. So if I lived on Jupiter, I would weigh 3 times more. This is an imaginary because you will never live over there. That's why we use the past simple over here and we used would wait, okay? For the second one, if humans had wings, and it's only beautiful imagination, they would fly around Saturn. So imagine if a human had wings. So we use over here the past simple because we are using the second condition. The third example, life would be very hard if we didn't have oxygen. Over here, the conditional tool if is in the middle, and we can use it if we didn't have oxygen and we use the past simple, didn't have, life would be very hard, and it's very imaginary situation that we cannot even live without oxygen. So over here, what's the difference between first condition and second condition? First condition, a real future possibility. It could happen. It's probably to happen, possibly to happen. But second condition, it's unreal situation. It never ever happen. It's an imaginary. You will never have a wing in your life. So over here, I will give you a small exercise for 5 sentences. I will not give you the answer now. I will just let it in the end of the video. So exercise, complete the sentences. If people, another earth like planet, they So you just first of all in the comments, you just write the numbers and write either it's conditional 1, C1 or C2. You just write 1, C1, C2 and so on. I will just let the correction in the end of the video. Now let's move to another discussion questions. This discussion questions, if you are discussing with your student, your friend, I don't know. So what will happen if humans build a city on Mars? Discussion topic. If you live on another planet, what would your daily life be like? What would happen if Earth lost its atmosphere? If aliens visit Earth, what would you do? These are discussion questions, maybe just to discuss, to practice your speaking. So, by the way, talking about speaking, we have a speaking group. We discuss those topics in our speaking group Friday at 7 o'clock Algerian time. So, you may join us because next Friday we talk about this topic. And in the end, this is a game, communicative game, planet survival game. Students imagine they are moving to Mars. Teacher gives scenarios, cards, no food, low oxygen, very cold night, alien neighbors. The teacher will give you cards and students make conditional sentences to suggest solution. So if there is no food, we will grow planets in greenhouses, first condition. If we had alien neighbors, we would try to communicate with them. And second condition, here the teacher will give you cards about, and you will just try to make a conditional sentence. It depends about the situation if you would choose the first one or the second one. So I think we finished our lesson, and I hope that I will see you next video. Goodbye and take care.